I've been getting requests to demonstrate Android on the Chuwi Hi12 dual boot version, which we just unboxed, as well as the unboxing of the keyboard dock, which you see here. Now, I can tell you right away, I put in another skin on top of this. I'm right now currently using the Google Now launcher, which is a free launcher. It gives you the feel of stock Android. Now, the one that Chuwi included with this is not a terrible version. It does have some Chinese bloatware on it. It does have the Google Play Store, which is a good sign. As you can see, it does come with it. I didn't have to side install it or do anything like that. It was ready out of the box, which is a good sign. As far as space is concerned, there was only 10 gigabytes available. It's not using the full 64 gigabyte eMMC, obviously. It has to split it with the Windows side. So it had around 10 available. It says 2.5 gigabytes out of 9.72 available. So what that means is you're only getting about 10 gigabytes available for the user to store stuff and so forth. I have a 32 gigabyte SD card in there, micro SD card, so that helps with storage, but you're not getting a lot of storage out of the box with the Chuwi Hi12. A lot of it, I guess, is going to the Windows side. So that I just wanted to point out. So I am using the Google Now launcher. I will show you in a moment what it looks like coming out of the box with the Chuwi launcher that is included with this. So stay tuned, we'll be right back. This is what it looks like with Chuwi's launcher on it, and it's not bad, it's not great either. It does have an app drawer, unlike some other Chinese layers that they put on it, I think TechLast and so forth. But anyway, it's not great. A lot of Chinese apps I will never use. So as far as I'm concerned, I went right away to using the Google Now launcher. But as far as responsiveness, it's fine. It's just pretty much a stock Android, so it's not too bad in terms of bloatware, but there is some bloatware, just so you can keep in mind. As far as responsiveness, touchscreen works okay. As you can see, the keyboard, it's not a great engineering job, and I understand what the problem is. Obviously, this is a lot heavier than this. They could have weighed this down a little bit more, but again, obviously size and weight is an issue, and they didn't want to go too heavy. And look at that. You can't go back too far, otherwise you're going to tip over when you're using the touchscreen. So that's just something to keep in mind. As far as the keyboard is concerned, it's working well in Android. You have function buttons. You have a home button. You have a function in home that takes you to the home screen. You have your back button, which is escape. You have your media key buttons on the top. So everything you would normally find on a keyboard is working well in Android. There is really no downside other than I wish it had a function lock, so I wouldn't always have to keep hitting function and home, function and mail, function and music, whatever. You always have to have the function key pressed. I wish it had a function lock. If there is a way to do it, somebody, if they know how to do it, please let me know. I'd love to find out. But as far as overall Android, it's good. I would have liked to have seen Marshmallow, but it is running Lollipop 5.1, and I don't expect or anticipate any updates coming from Chuwi. Again, this is not a higher end machine, and I don't expect them to provide that. Another thing I wanted to point out, and it's a little bit of a negative on this device, is that it doesn't have a GPS module in there. So using Google Maps really is a little bit handicapped in the terms of using it because it doesn't have a GPS. If you want to, let's see what happens. And it says searching for GPS, if you can see that. So a problem with this is it doesn't have GPS. And if you're going to do a dual boot version, I think in the next iteration, I would hope that Chuwi would take that into consideration and include a GPS module. Just wanted to point that out. May not be a deal breaker for some. I'm a little disappointed it doesn't have GPS. Check out the XDA forums. I want to see if there's any custom ROMs. Can this be rooted? And so forth. I haven't really got a chance to look into that yet, since I just got this on Thursday. So I'm still going through the testing process with this, but I wanted to just give an update to see how the Android 5.1 is running on the Chuwi Dual Boot, as well as the keyboard dock, how that's holding up on the Android side of things. So this was just a quick update. If you have any questions or anything, please leave it in the comment section below, as I'm still testing this device, and I will report my findings very soon and upload the full review when it is ready, which should be very soon. So stay tuned for that. Also stay tuned. I have the pen on its way. It's the X3 or X2 pen, which is supposedly the one that works with the Chuwi Hi12. I ordered that from banggood.com. I'll put the link below. It has shipped. I also have, by the way, the X3 Pro on order from gearbest.com. That has a Core M3, more Surface-like specs. It has a 128 gigabyte SSD and it has 8 gigabytes of RAM. So a more stepped up performance device on its way here to the studios at AMD Tech. So stay tuned for that. So until next time, this is Andrew from AMD Tech. See ya.